Hey everyone, Brian Shannon here from alphatrends.net. Today is Monday, the 28th of March, 2011. Let's take a look at this market. The S&P 500 has experienced a nice bounce here over the last week and a half after touching on that rising 100-day moving average. And, we've got this pattern here still with some lower highs. And if we take a look, for instance, at a 65-minute time frame, you can see that we kind of came up and tested that, where we can draw a trend line off of there. Here's what's going to be a bigger level of resistance if this market is able to manage to rally a little bit further, but it's getting a little bit extended here. And near term, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a test of the rising 5-day moving average. And that would probably even occur if we just kind of went sideways tomorrow, that this 5-day moving average will continue to rise higher, and maybe we get a test of it through price, but time-wise as well. I think that this week we probably want to keep an eye on, the bigger level of meaningful support near term would probably be 130. Breaking down below that, then it's going to probably tell us that this market is turning a little bit more neutral than anything. If we take a look at the Qs, the Nasdaq here really a little bit more reason to be cautious, I suppose, is we have that same kind of downtrend line here that you can see obviously on the daily time frame as well, but we're also at that 50-day moving average, and we've got a 10 and 20-day moving average below that 50-day. Now when we go to the little bit longer term, we still see here that this market, this level down near 54 is where we had obviously bounced from, and this market's expended some energy here over the last couple weeks getting up to where it is. So even a pullback here to the 5-day moving average, tomorrow would probably be in about the 56.40-ish area, 56.30, 56.40. But I think the bigger level that we want to keep an eye on this week in the Nasdaq is probably $55.75. So again, just kind of a more neutral type market than anything. And the Russell 2000 continues to be the real leader here. 83 was the bigger level that was rejected 3 weeks ago, and that's where this market sell off from. If you remember, we were kind of in that range of 80. 80 to 83, and that's where it broke down from. This market obviously recovered the quickest. It moved back up the quickest as well. So we've got it. I think I just said a redundant statement there. But anyways, I think the bigger level to keep an eye on in this market is probably near, it's a little bit tougher to define actually, but I'd say probably $80.60 to $81 a share. But really, the Russell 2000 isn't giving us a lot of reason for concern near term. Just a lot more reason to look at it as more neutral than anything. And obviously, there's a lot of volatility to take advantage of with some of the individual names. The semiconductors, these guys are similar to the Nasdaq, and maybe the bigger reason for a little bit more caution here. Again, the semiconductors really tend to lead the rest of the market, and here you can see that so far the 50-day moving average seems to be holding its resistance, and this prior support area in this 34.50 up to about 34.90 is what's turning into resistance. So 34, 70 to 35 bucks a share would probably be the best place to look for that to continue to be an area that where this battle gets fought. I think that in these markets, a pullback and then a surge back up into above 35 would turn it more neutral, and we could be setting up just for some some nervousness ahead of earnings that really will begin in the next few weeks. The financials are the other area that continue to kind of be a little bit of a drag here. They're not really dropping, but more neutral than anything, and they're really they've been fighting this battle here at the prior support. Really, we've defined it mainly as about 1635. I think though it's going to need to get back up through about 1650. These highs from last week before you could get a little bit more excited about it on the long side maybe. And obviously we've got this downtrend line as well in that general area. So if it can get back above 1650 this week, maybe we've brought some shorts into this market and can squeeze it up towards 1680. Overall, though, you look at the major indexes, the SPY, the Qs, the Russell, all these markets are really telling us there's a lot of indecision in this market, and that means stay focused on the best setups and the best names, and as always, risk management is job number one.